Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Catherine and this is So Much Sewing. So Much Sewing, it's all about sewing. It's all about sewing for me, sometimes for my granddaughter, less often than that for my husband, so mostly about me and about fitting this middle-aged body of mine and all the adventures I have along the way. So if you are obsessed with sewing as much as I am, I hope you'll stick around. If you're new here, please, I hope you'll like what you see, so please click that like button and the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you will be notified whenever I put out a new video. And if you are a returning viewer, thank you very much for coming back and watching me again. I appreciate you being here. Today is Friday Sews, and as you will know, Friday Sews was created by Jen from Today in Jen's Sewing Room. Boy, if she had even 1 cent for every time she was credited with creating Friday Sews, she would be a very wealthy woman, but I'm absolutely sure it doesn't work that way. But anyhow, please check out Jen if you haven't done that already, because she's amazing. She's got amazing content. She's been around for a while now, so she is a very professional and slick presenter, unlike myself, who is very, very amateur. But anywho, so let's get on with Friday Sews. I just wanted to show you a few things. I've made a few purchases recently, which I've been trying not to make purchases, but it is hard not to, especially when there are sales on and when people keep sending me emails. I just have to open the emails and see what they are talking about. So the first thing I'll show you is, please excuse me looking away. The first thing I will show you is a couple of patterns that I got from a New Zealand sewing pattern online retailer. Coffee must have. And her company is Pattern Posty, and she has all the big four, or big five, I think we call them now, patterns, plus she has Jali, Style Arc. Does she have anything else? I think that's probably the main ones that she has. So if you are a New Zealand viewer and haven't checked out Pattern Posty, I'll link that below, and please go and have a look at her site, because yeah, she is a great source of patterns, and she has sales every now and then, and she had a sale of out of print patterns, so I bought a couple. I usually buy a stack of patterns when she does an out of print sale, but I only bought a couple this time. One must make economies, mustn't one, in these awful economic times that everybody around the world is experiencing. But the first pattern I got is this Catherine Tilton Butterick jacket. I think that is very cool with the dropped sides there and the nice big comfy cozy neck. A raglan sleeve, which I absolutely love a raglan sleeve, and you know, obviously great opportunities there for using up some scrap fabrics. I do have some French terries. I've got French terry left over from this. This is an unwind hoodie by Pattern Emporium. I've got some of this French terry left over. I've got some blush coloured French terry left over, and I've got some black French terry. So I'm not suggesting I'll use all of those in one jacket, but you know, there's options there. So that, I think, will be a really useful addition to my wardrobe when I get around to making that. And the other pattern is this McCall's pattern 7979. But looking at it, what does this pattern look like, ladies and gentlemen? It looks like this bloomin' unwind that I've got on at the moment. Oh, another time I have purchased a pattern that essentially is, you know, mirror image of another pattern that I already own. I guess it's because I like the design, and oops, it's upside down, sorry. I guess it's because I like the design and keep getting drawn to it. But anyway, so there we go. I like this version in particular. It actually also reminds me of the Sure dress from Style Arc that I have purchased previously. Oh my gosh, what a womble. Anyway, got those 2 patterns, plus I got some buttons, and these buttons were 99 cents for 5. Trying to get into the little packet. It's childproof. Obviously. These are nice little sort of metal buttons, and they're a sort of a, is that a coppery, bronzy type of colour, metal colour. So I got 10 of those. I think they will come in quite useful to have in my stash. I think they were an 18mm button. I don't know what that is in inches, sorry. I might remember to look that up when I'm editing and put it down below. And these are just some nice little black plastic buttons. They've got in it, can you see that they are quite sort of rounded on this side? They're not just a plain flat button, so I think they're quite nice. Again, I got 2 of those, 99 cents for 5. So I thought that was a really good bargain, excuse me. Another thing I purchased this week is some fabric from Jones Fine Fabrics. I'll link her shop below. This came wrapped up in brown paper with this string, old-fashioned brown paper. It was just so nice. It did come inside a courier bag, but when I opened it up I saw this, and it had the lovely bow on the front, which is now wrecked obviously, but I just thought that was a really nice touch and a lovely way of packaging. Excuse me, there's going to be some rustling here. But the fabric I got from Jones Fine Fabric is a Merchant and Mills iCat in an amazing emerald colour. Look at that. Look at that. Whoops, I'm dropping everything now. Sorry, one moment. I'll put that aside. Lovely, lovely 100% Indian cotton. Quite an open weave. I think this will wash up nice and soft. There is the design there. Look at that amazing emerald colour. So I got some thread to go with that, and in my parcel I received a free label, slow fashion label, which I thought was a very nice touch. And I also got, as a thank you, I got a code to receive it's on the back of this, to receive a free gift, which I believe is a free thread. There's a code for it, but I think that's what it is. So also I thought that was really nice as well. So if you haven't had a look at Jones Fine Fabrics, if you're in New Zealand, I'll link them below. Go and have a look. She has got amazing quality fabrics, designer fabrics. Well, this is Merchant and Mills, but she's got all sorts of brands there. And in addition to that, I'm sure she is the website that has vintage fabrics there as well. I don't know where or how she sources them, how she gets them, but I'm pretty sure that's the one that has some vintage fabrics listed on there as well. So yeah, go and have a look at her. Oh, I also got a little swatch with an example of another fabric, which is a laundered linen that they have on their website at the moment, so that looks very nice. Have you heard of Stocks Patterns? I'll put their name down here, whichever way it runs. It's because it's an interesting spelling, but I think she's in Germany. I think she may be an Australian who now lives in Germany, something like that, Melinda. And she has some very cool patterns. I've made one of her patterns before, the hacker top, which I don't have a photo of. It was made, you know, in my larger size, so I don't have it any longer. It no longer fits me. But I loved that design, so I'll pop a picture of it up for you. So I've made that. I also have got the 7 dress, which looks like a really great comfy dress made out of jersey, just the kind of thing that I love to wear. So recently she sent out an email saying that she was doing a bit of a promotion. She had a sale on, that's right, she had a sale on. And she also said in her email, you know, here's my patterns up for sale. But in addition to this, if you have purchased a pattern of mine previously and you would like it in a different size, please let me know, and I would be only too happy to send it to you for free in the new size range. Which I could not believe. That was so amazing because, as I said, I loved the hacker top so much, but it now, the smaller size was just too large for me, and I had been thinking about purchasing a new one. So, and I had also purchased the 7 dress previously in the larger size range. So I emailed her and said, oh please, thank you so much, that's an amazing offer. Can I please have this the hacker dress in this new size band, and is it too greedy if I please also have the 7 dress as well in this size band? Well, she came back to me and said, not too greedy at all, more than happy to send you the 7 dress and the hacker dress. And by the way, here's the Kim, which is such a great pattern, I thought you should have it. So she sent me 3 patterns for free, which is amazing because her designs are so cool. Please go and have a look at her website if you haven't had a look at her patterns before. Very cool, very funky. Who have I seen make her patterns? Alex Judge Sews has made a shirt jackety pattern. I think it might be this one here that Alex made. But yeah, so really, really fantastic patterns. So I can't wait for some cooler weather, even which, well, it's springtime here in New Zealand, and it's 25 days into springtime, and I'm back in a long sleeve t-shirt and my snugly unlined and a pair of ankle boots because it's such a miserable day today. So cooler weather is still here, so perhaps I can make up another version of the hacker top. In fact, maybe that's just walked itself up my list of patterns to make, who knows. My sister Sarah has made another Be Mine balloon sleeve top by Pattern Emporium. She has made it this time in I'm sure it's a tencel cotton or tencel rayon, I think, from Spotlight in this black. She's in love with this top. She absolutely loves it, and she said she put it on and she thought, I need more black clothes in my life, and so I go along with that. I love black myself too, and I think this top looks great on her. I mentioned in my last video that I was going to make the Simone top by Fibre Mood to wear with a recent make of mine, a Hubba Ding Susie dress. So I did make the Simone. I'll show it. I haven't taken any photos of it yet. I will do so, and either I'll put them in here now or I'll talk a little bit more about it in another video. But so my original plan was to make it really, really cropped. Can you see under this frill here, there is a insert, what they've called an insert. So it's just a little piece that big that sits, and it's only just covered by that frill there. So that was my original intention, that I would just make that to there. Hopefully that seam's coming out, I think it is. I would just make it to there and wear it as a very, very, very crop top over my Susie dress. But when I put it on, it kind of looked like one of those child's bikinis, a little girl's bikini, you know, a bandeau bikini with ruffles on it. It just kind of looked like that. I wasn't vibing it anyway. So what I did was I went back and I added the ruffle on the bottom to make it a bit longer, and I think it's a really lovely top. This frill here is not supposed to be doubled. I doubled it, but it's already sat quite far down my arm, just even without the frill, and the frill single layer then would have made it sort of sit down there, which, you know, I wasn't that keen on. So I just doubled up the frill, which is a good thing because, I mean, in this fabric it's probably okay, because if you had a hem there and you could see the underside, it wouldn't matter because the underside is the same colour as the top side. But if you've got a fabric that is a different colour, or it's white on the back side, then you would see that when it flops around, if that makes sense, if I'm making sense. But anyway, so I doubled up the frill and I like the way that looks. I do like the top. It is very in your face, this cerise colour, very, very in your face. So yeah, I'm not sure how much wear I will get out of it, but we'll see how I feel. And I have also made a pair of knit pants out of this lovely deep, it's looking purple on the screen as I see it here now, but it's a very deep kingfisher teal-y, T-E-A-L, if you can't understand my Kiwi accent, colour. So I used a pattern that I purchased a long time ago. It's called Apples and Pears, Patterns for Real Bodies. I don't think this company is still making patterns anymore. Linda Thomas from Apples and Pears. I've tried looking her up online and I can't see anything else from her. I bought this off Trade Me. It was a brand new pattern uncut into. But so this is, as it says, a pair of leggings for apples, and I was an apple shape back in the day, so I bought these leggings and never made them up. But I decided I wanted to make a pair of not really leggings, sort of a bit more loose fitting than that. So I went through and followed her instructions for choosing a size, but because I didn't want actual leggings, I wanted them to be a bit more like, not exactly joggers, but more of a looser fitting pant. So I haven't quite, I mean, I finished sewing them, but I haven't pressed them. I put a little cuff on the bottom. I don't know how that's going to work out. I haven't sort of tried them on and assessed them and, you know, figured out if they are right yet. I need to do some pressing. The seams all need pressing. So, you know, if I decide that they're a go and I like them, then I will maybe show you and talk to you more about them. But that's something else that I have done this week. And apart from that, I have cut out, no, I haven't cut out, I've printed off the Marnie blouse from Tilly and the Buttons onto A4 paper. And I need to stick all that together and make the Marnie blouse in the pinky florally fabric that I showed you last week. After I said that, I realised that you may not have seen my video last week. Why not? But this is the fabric here. It's a rayon purchased on Trade Me cheaply. It may not be the bestest quality in the world, but it's good for making the Marnie, to see if I like it, because look, it did take me a while to warm to that pattern when everyone else was gushing over it. So I'm just not sure about anything quite so high up here. I've got some turkey neck going on, and I think my head is actually quite little compared to my body. So if I've got something sitting right up here like this, my little head might look like a little pimple sitting on top of my body. I don't know. So that style just may not suit me. You know how some styles, you know, not every style suits every person. So we'll see how we go with that. I need to spend some time sticking it together, and that's probably going to be my little project over the weekend. Anywho, that is all I've got for Friday Sews today. Thank you very much for being here with me today, and I hope you'll come back and see my next video. I hope you're well, I hope you're happy, and I hope you get lots and lots of sewing done, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.